Well, how could they just destroy an arena of the gods like that?
There's got to be a place they have to throw down.
It was Bedlam at the bank. That is a house of gods! Cole Hamels, Carlos Ruiz, Ryan Howard, Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins, Pedro Feliz, Pat Burrell, Shane the Flying Hawaiian Victorino, and Jason Worth played there, and they destroyed it! Bedlam at the bank! Hello, everybody, and welcome again to Keystone Film Review. We just saw Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Not those gods, though. These are different gods.
They're slightly different.
Directed by David F. Sandberg. Written by Henry Gayden, Chris Morgan. Based on the characters by Bill Parker, C.C. Beck. It is starring, of course, Zachary Levi, Grace Caroline Curry, Helen Mirren, Rachel Ziegler, Lucy Liu, Adam Brody, Megan Good, Asher Angel, Jack, Dylan Grazer, Martin Millans, Jimon Hansu, Diedrich, Batter. It goes on, Ross Butler. I could keep going. Cooper Andrews. Bunch of people.
Pretty much everybody from the first movie.
Yes, this, of course, is the second in the Shazam series franchise. Takes place in Philadelphia!
Damn.
Yes! And it has lots of references to the Phillies. And that is honestly the main reason I was excited about it. Like, I liked the first one, but I was more excited about the Phillies. Mm-hmm. If you couldn't tell.
There's a bit of excitement.
Bryce Harper!
It's palpable. Palpable?
Yes. The first one was really fun. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize it took place in Philly until about like 2/3 of the way through.
It's a sleeper.
It is a sleeper. And then this one was just like, hey, we take place in Philly, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Welcome. And it was also really fun. I had a good time watching this.
Yeah. It was way better than expected to be, the first one. Going into it, really didn't know what to expect, and then just had some good laughs, some family fun, and more fun than that.
Yeah.
A lot of good action. I don't remember too much about it. It's been years since I saw it, or if that it had anything to do with the DC universe.
I don't think
besides that movie, it did not.
I don't think it. I think they're trying to see how it would do first.
Not even Black Adam had anything to do with Shazam. How does that make sense?
Someone had a say in the matter that should not have said in the matter. Mm-hmm. But yeah, as always, you know, I don't really care about superhero movies. I prefer it when they're fun like this. Mm-hmm. You know, it was a roarious. It was fun. It was a good fun time. And for me, the best part, I'm sorry to say, was all the references to Philly. Mm. I couldn't give a shit about gods and monsters and superheroes, but like anytime I was like, hey, that's not a Tasty Cake logo, but it's trying to be a Tasty Cake logo, even though it says pretzels underneath. There's just things like that where it's just like, yeah, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, David F. Sandberg. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a really fun movie. Had lots of one-liners, more emotion than I was expecting. Mm-hmm. And I really liked it for what it was. It was you know, filled with bad CGI, as all superhero movies are nowadays. And good performances, I guess you could say. I don't know. What should we talk about?
If you're not as fanatical about Mike with Philly, for the most part, it's a pretty fucking good superhero movie. It's better than most of what DC's pumped out over its span, besides Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah.
And
you still wake up sometimes, don't you? Wake up in the dark.
It was better than expected.
Yeah,
I know this one's going to be a sleeper too, because as far as the theaters have been like tracking it's not doing good on pre-sales, but this is the same as the first one did. It did a little bit better with word of mouth, so people came to see it. It's definitely hilarious. We laughed a lot. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the Philly stuff is fun.
Yeah, I'm just obviously I'm being funny. I'm not that excited that it took place in Philly. There was a shirtless Philly player there, although I don't think it was a real Philly player. Kind of looked like Trey Turner a little bit, but he was not a Philly when they made this. So who knows who it was? Might have just been some random model that they got, so it wouldn't be weird that they were sexualizing a Phillies player.
A lot of the other family members had a little bit of more screen time in this, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I really liked that aspect.
There was the villains were kind of like copy paste, but they worked around it kind of so well enough that it didn't feel like it in a way. It was just genuine fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to really go too far into this. It's not going to be a too in-depth review on it.
Yeah, I think it's ultimately going to be forgettable, kind of like the first one. I really enjoyed the first one, but I don't remember much from it, to the point where I forgot Mark Strong was in it. Yeah. And I love Mark Strong. I forgot he was in it until it did a flashback. And I feel like it's going to be the same with this. The villains had more depth than I expected them to. But like you said, I really enjoyed they were more heavy on the family dynamic, which was
even with the villains
a nice addition. Even with the villains, and Lucy Liu, Helen Mirren, they were great as the villains, and had a lot of really cool mythology stuff that I kept forgetting that exists in the DCU, and also a little bit in Marvel, but it hasn't been shown too much except for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, no, this was great. Zachary Levi had a fucking blast with this movie.
Yeah.
And don't know what the future of DC is looking like for him, which is a shame because, I mean, just this alone, he's fucking great as Shazam.
Judging by the cutscenes, it seems like James Gunn has the franchise in his plans.
Which would be nice.
I don't want to say too much, but when you see the cutscenes, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I think that's really good because, like you said earlier, it has these two movies have been some of the best in the past 5-6 years for DC. I know people that like Justice League, Snyder Cut Justice League has its fans and everything, but for the most part, it's been very subpar, and this adds a nice layer of fun to it that I feel like is missing from the brooding DCEU.
Yeah.
And I hope it does continue. Yeah.
Same here. I don't know. It was just a fun movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to really talk about too much as far as plot goes and all that, but yeah, it was genuine fun as far as a DC movie goes. Very, very nourishing to the body and the eyes.
Yes.
How long was it?
Long. I just noticed that it's 10 now and it started at 7:15. 2 hours, 10 minutes. So 2.5 hours with trailers. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah. Shazam.
I'm going to give this a Lenny Dykstra out of 5.
You just have to look that up.
Yeah. There's no current player that has number 4. So
I'm also gonna give it a 4. I was really surprised with it. I was debating a 4.5. It does not deserve a 4.5, but I was like, this is so good and surprisingly better than I expected it to be that I debated it, and that's sad enough. Yeah. In a good way.
Yeah.
But a 4 is a solid for this. I don't even remember what I gave the first Shazam.
I probably gave it a 4 or 3.5, or I don't remember. Again, I can't remember if I liked that one more than I like this one. I'll probably rewatch it.
I definitely like this one more.
Yeah.
I'll remember this one more than the last.
Yeah, for you. I'm not sure. But I mean, just for it being more Philly-centric alone. More Phillies-centric. Like, I care more about the Phillies than I do. I love Philadelphia, but, like, I'm a Phillies guy.
We a sucker for Philly,
yes,
baby.
Yes. JT Real Muto! Anyway. Yeah, if you saw Shazam Fury of the Gods, tell us what you thought down below in the comments. What baseball team are you rooting for? If it's the Mets, welcome. But fuck the Mets. But I feel like you feel the same way about the Phillies, so it's okay. But welcome and thank you for watching. Yeah, let us know what you thought down below, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye-bye. Oh.